Well, Cage, let's get on with all the news that's happened this week. Benny Hart signing with the Crows as an assistant coach, an outstanding signature for the Crows.
Oh, no doubt about that. Like Benny Hart started with the Crows when he was 16 years of age, came straight from Ross-Turver College. He's had time now with the Collingwood Football Club. He's had time initially with the Crows. So to get Benny Hart, he's a great bloke. He'll fit in beautifully for the Adelaide Footy Club.
I think he never wanted to get out of coaching. He was disappointed with the way it finished with Collingwood.
He was bitterly disappointed.
But I think when we've spoken with him, Cage, he said it was a good thing to go and coach in another environment, see what went on.
Have different
then
voices.
Come back here. So I think a great addition. And then, of course, on the women's side of things, Andrew McLeod and Peter Caven have joined the coaching staff for the women.
Great to see two former star Crows players join the women's side and give them their expertise. I think it's fantastic.
All right, Caven will take care of the defensive side of things. Bungie's going to join one of the other coaches in the midfield. Couldn't get much better, could it?
A couple of fair players.
I feel sorry for Beck Goddard, but anyway, things might work out for them.
No, good stuff.
Ange Postecoglou has been in the papers a fair bit, Cage. Now, let's say he said he's not going to... Well,
he hasn't said anything.
He hasn't, and that therein lies the problem, doesn't it? David Gallup's come out this week and he hasn't said anything either. No one's saying anything except the story that was written a week ago saying that after the 2 games against Honduras, that Postecoglou is going to step down as coach.
Well, he's going to make a decision.
They'll have to find a new coach. That's what's been speculated on. We speculated last week why he might do that, and we said, well, I mean, it sounds like he might have a big financial offer somewhere else. There was a story earlier in the week saying he's received an offer of $3.8 million to coach in China. But
I don't think he'll take it.
Well, I wouldn't. Since 2017, Cage, they've sacked 16 coaches, so they don't take long. 2007,
and they haven't paid some of them either.
So they're getting through 2 or 3 coaches a year at the moment. So what do you make of it?
Well, it's a mess, Micey. Like, how would you? We're going into the most important time of the year in soccer, the World Cup, and we don't know whether Ange is going to take us, if we beat Honduras, whether he's going to take us or leave us. It is a ridiculous situation.
I would think if you sign an agreement, Cage, to coach your country,
you fulfil it.
You need to see that one out. We see lots of contracts getting broken. You know, players with a year to go, wanting to go somewhere else. But now we're talking about your country. I think we're talking at the elite level. If you've got an agreement to do that, you can't walk.
How often do we see soccer though? You know, shoot itself on the foot. And here's a glaring example. If I was David Gallup, I would have said to Ange Postecoglou, I want a decision now, one way or the other. Either you're taking us right through if we qualify, or that's it at the end of the Honduras.
There is a bit of a break though. I mean, they've got the 2 Honduras games coming up pretty shortly. Then they've got about a 4-month window where someone else could come in. All right, let's move on to tennis. Bernard Tomic, one of your favourites, Cage.
Oh, God,
lost during the week, so he's slipped to 144 in the world. He needs to be at 105 to get a wild card to get direct entry into the Australian Open here in January. The last time he had to come in that way, he was 15 years old, and it was back in 2008. Now, I'm asking you, would you give him a wild card entry? He's not going to get direct entry in. No. Tennis Australia, if you were sitting there,
no way.
Would you give him a wild card entry?
No way, no way. You perform like you're performing, in the manner in which you're performing, no way. Look, I can understand a young man being beaten in any contest, but it's the way that he goes about it.
Are you scarred by his attitude? The showing on 60 Minutes, Cage, did that tip you over the edge?
Terrible, absolutely terrible. And when you look at stars in the past, and you know, it's just ridiculous, honestly. He's had a wonderful opportunity to make his mark in tennis, and he stuffed it up.
24 years of age,
I wouldn't give him a wild card.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't think he deserves one.
No way.
Nathan Lyon looks like he's going to have to shoulder the Ashes series, Cage, starting November 23rd. First one at the Gabba. We know Keith's broken a finger now, and he's out.
Well, I would have picked him anyway.
Is there another spinner that we could bring in, Cage, or is he on his own?
Yeah, there's Holland. There's a couple around, but I at the moment, I just go for Nathan Lyon. Look, when the Poms come here, it'll be all-out pace attack. No doubt about that. They'll go bang, bang, bang with the pace attack, and that's the way they'll try and blast them out, the Poms.
All right, Matthew Lobe looks like he's set for Brisbane.
Yeah, I'm pleased about that.
I'm pleased for Matty Lobe as well.
It's another bite of the apple, so to speak, which is fantastic.
I wanted to ask you this about the number 6 bat for Australia. Steve Waugh came out earlier in the week and he said that they need to pick someone at number 6 and leave them there for the 5 tests. Now, Glenn Maxwell and Hilton Cartwright are the last 2 that have been tried. Because they've tried 20 players since Mike Hussey retired in 2013. I'll give you a list of the 6 possible candidates for number 6. So we've talked about Maxwell and Cartwright. I've mentioned them. We haven't talked about them. The Marsh brothers.
Yeah, they've had their opportunities.
Travis Head.
Hasn't had a chance yet.
All right. Madison, Enriques, Stoinis?
No,
Which one for you?
I'd have another look at Madison, who gave the game away because he wasn't enjoying it. I'd have a look at him. I'd look at Travis Head for sure, and I'd look at Stoinis. Maxwell's got so much talent. Absolute talent to burn, but he does some stupid things when he doesn't have to do it, and he's had a number of chances to win a spot at number 6.
It's 5 too many, Kate.
Oh, 5 too many.
I mean, would you give him 3?
Tests.
So Travis Head, would he be the first? I mean, we're a little biased. We know he's our South Australian
I would
boy,
pick Travis Head. So you're batting at number 6, Travis, and you've got 3 test matches to show us selectors what you can or can't do. That's the way I'd be going. No doubt. Look, young Nick Madison's a good talent. I've seen the kid play, but he had that patch where he lost his desire to play cricket, had a break, he's come back, and now he's starting to make runs. So I'd keep my eye on him. He's a good player.
How do you see the Ashes at the moment? I mean, we haven't batted well in the lead up to it. The English are having their problems, and a couple of their players are having some personal issues that might not make the trip. How do you think it's...
Well, look,
the Gab has always been great for us for the first test.
If Ben Stokes doesn't come to the Ashes series with the England cricket team, he won't come here initially, but if he doesn't come at all, then England have no chance of winning the Ashes series. No chance in the wide world. Ben Stokes is one of the best all-rounders in world cricket. He doesn't come, they're shot to bits. I query about the English top order, apart from Joe Root. They can't balance their top order. I don't know whether they'll make enough runs against our pace attack. Even if Ben Stokes does come, I still think Australia will win, but if he doesn't come, they've got no chance.
All right, just before we go, Cage, Port Adelaide, they've signed Rockcliffe, good to go.
They've done well.
Watts has now agreed to go to them, and they've picked up Motlop as well.
Stephen Motlop.
Have they been the best team performance?
They've done very well because they've given nothing away to get Rockcliffe and Stephen Motlop. So that's been a huge bonus for them. And if Jack Watts comes, personally I wouldn't pick him up, but if Port do, well, that's added to their depth.
Well, he's nominated Port, he's ready to go.
Yeah, but then I'll be keen to see what Port Adelaide are prepared to give Melbourne for Jack Watts. But no, they've done very well.
I don't think they'll have to give too much because Melbourne don't want him, Cage, which is the surprising thing. It's a bit different to the Stringer one with the Bulldogs.
I still think Melbourne will want something for him. He was.
They'll want something for him.
He was their number 1 pick. The other interesting one is Charlie Cameron, under contract. He's not budging. He doesn't want to stay in Adelaide. What tack will the Crows take?
Charlie's gone. He's off to Brisbane.
Well, if he's off to Brisbane, then what does Adelaide get for him?
Well, not much left to get. They've got 5 draft picks first round, and they'll get a couple more. But
they'll go for Brisbane's round 1 draft pick. They won't get that, but they'll go for it. Then they'll go.
They need the player, Kate. They need the player. If the premiership window's going to stay open on the back of Brody Smith not being there, Charlie Cameron going. I think that's why Motlop was such an important piece of the puzzle.
That's hurt the Crows, no doubt. They wanted to get Motlop. There's no question about that. And
were you surprised he didn't go there?
Well, it was 50-50, but had Motlop gone there, I don't think Adelaide would be playing really hard ball with Brisbane at the moment. So there you go.
All right, time for us to go, KG. Hope you've enjoyed the show, everybody. We'll look forward to your company next week. Bye for now.
Bye, everyone.